Yo, are you ready for the Astro-Weather week? We're talking about July 29th, July 30th, July 31st, and Thursday, August 1st. Astro-Weather week, Taurus, Gemini moon, and a little bit of Cancer. Let's talk about it. BigEAstrology. Yo, Grand Rising, good people. It's Eric Taylor, BigEAstrology, with the Astro-Weather weekly report from Monday through Thursday, July 29th, July 30th, July 31st, and Thursday, August 1st. Wow, we are cooking in the Leo season, hot girl summer, August. Leos, hit me up. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Hope you've been enjoying this Taurus moon, because later on today, we will get into the Gemini moon, and it will finish up at around 2 degrees on the East Coast for Monday, the day of the moon, and maybe 3 degrees on the West Coast. The Taurus moon is at 26 degrees. Wow, 26 degrees conjunct Uranus. Okay, so Monday morning, crystals, saltwater baths, Epsom salt. But just to calm the nervous system, rub around the bottom of the ears, or the ears in general, the lymphatic system, the neck. Taurus rules the lower jaw, okay? So rub and push everything down. For the lymphatic system, we have to drain it, okay? There's a lot of things that we can do to heal ourselves. That's how God made us, that we are such incredible human beings and can heal ourselves. So we got the Taurus moon, and then we'll have Gemini, a little bit of Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, and then get into the Cancer moon. All right, so 3 moons in the Astro-Weather week. But I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. Hey, USA Basketball Olympics. The women played Japan today. America beat Serbia. Kevin Durant went off. KD, 5 3-pointers. That's great. We're still trying to get peace. We got issues all over, with wars and threats of this and that. Again, Coffee Talk, August 16th, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 70 minutes, $11. I'll be looking at Kamala Harris's chart. And then Saturday, August 24th, 12 noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, 2 hours, $20 at Coffee Talk. And look, see? Coffee Talk, but this is my warm and lemon water with essential oils. I drink this first every morning before I have my tea, because it's literally the lemon and the essential waters. It helps clears up the sinuses and the mucus, but it drains things in the body. It's a hot lemon water is a purification, okay? It's very helpful. So, that's kind of what's going on with the Astro-Weather week. The Leo birth chart sale to August 21st, 203, down from 300. And you can book the 30-minute Q&A for $40, so that would be $243 if you wanted that. That's the mini movie of your life, along with audio transit recordings, videos of your planetary placements. It's a really great service. $203 is a super duper steal for Leo, Sun, Moon, Risings. And you can do a natal chart, solar return, and secondary progression. If you want to meet with me live, it's only $104, down from $200. Huge sale. Okay, go to BigEAstrology.com. You could see some of my new prices, and even new services like the annual perfection service, $45 for 30 minutes looking at your annual perfection chart for this year of life. Or if you want to look at next year, the future year, it's up to you. You can pick the year, but it's really a great service. But the Leo birth chart sale, 65 minutes live over Zoom, $104. You get live questions, the recording of the session, your chart, and videos of your planetary placements. $104 is a steal. So Leos, happy birthday. My Leo's birthday is coming up in August. My Taylor twins. We're getting ready to get back to school. August 5th, Monday. So this is the final week back to school shopping. Been buying helmets, shoulder pads. All the boys are playing football. But thank you for your love and support. And listen, I don't want to get too much into it. We had to help out our son's friends friend last night, but I want you guys to be very mindful and careful for your daughters, but also your sons. You just have to be extremely careful where you let your children sleep over, whose house. And if your children are sleeping out of your home, keep your cell phone on and one eye almost open. You don't know when you may need to go and pick up your children, and you can't be out to lunch, drunk, high, sleep, anything. You have got to be super mindful of where your children are spending the night and who you know. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. So everybody's safe, everybody's good, but it was just, we had to, my wife and I had to step up and fill in the gap and be of assistance to someone. Okay. And that's what it's about, and thankfully, we have that heart and that spirit, and God is good all the time. But please watch over your kids, 10, 11, 12, even the 15, 16-year-olds. You have to be very careful. All right, so let's rock with it. The Astro-Weather week. Let's get to the chart. This Taurus moon, Leo season. Venus is dancing, right? And Mercury's in Virgo. Chiron's retrograde. All the stuff is stuffing. Let's get to the chart. For the Astro-Weather week, July 29th to August 1st. BigEAstrology. Phew. All right, it's a magical Monday, a manifesting Monday, the day of the moon exalted in Taurus. Well, it's out of its real legitimate exaltation, although it's still exalted. But you see this Taurus moon on this Monday, July 29th, conjunct Uranus. And sometimes this can bring literally downloads and even ideas to help your physical body. It can definitely activate your throat chakra. I would go hug a tree this morning. 26 degrees, we're basically at 12 noon Eastern. So around 8 p.m., we will get into the Gemini moon. Okay. So that's less than half of the day. So, you're going to have it all of Tuesday and Wednesday, right? And maybe like 1 a.m. on Thursday morning or something. All right. So you see that Mars is getting closer and closer to Gemini, this conjunction, and the words and communications can intensify around your beliefs and philosophies. Unfortunately, military strategies, things like that. But hopefully this is where people are opening up their throat chakra to speak their truth, and really expand their communication and knowledge, not being so closed-minded, not writing everything off, not believing everything you hear, and doing your own investigation and research. Mars is our willpower and drive, but it can be very logistical and pragmatic, and it's probing. So definitely investigating energy. The Leo sun was still in the first decan, and obviously we will get to the second decan in this Astro-Weather week, right, at 10 degrees. So this is the Leo, and then we'll get to the Leo Sag decan. Venus is doing its thing, right, moving along. And Venus is starting to, I told you this week, you're going to start to feel the square to Uranus. And so, this is where we can have issues with the financial system, maybe some announcements about the Fed, crypto. Just pay attention to that. I always say diversify your money, talk to a financial advisor, planner, set up a family trust. Be smart, always plan for the future, and getting the health insurance is so important, and doing that even for your children early on. Okay. It's very smart. I can always give help and advice because I'm not a genius, but I am really good at saving and letting my money grow slow without a risk, okay? That's that Virgo mind. So yeah, speaking of which, that's my Mercury, Virgo Mercury. So for the collective, we have to be analytical and logical. Remember, we're getting ready to go retrograde soon on August 4th. But that's next week. And then the 5th, Venus will go into Virgo as well. And Juno and Lilith, right? We're still seeing this Lilith energy, okay, in Virgo, the true black moon Lilith. We still got the nodes at 8 degrees, Libra South node. Um, it's going to get closer to the trine, the Pluto retrograde. You're already starting to feel it. So there could be some karmic things and communications coming up from the past, and opportunities for things to be revealed and transformation. This is definitely, I'm sensing with the Libra South node, with the Aquarius, it's like, you can't be um, caught up in a mindset that will have you getting into trouble. Things can come up from your past that you need to correct. Look at your Libra and Aquarius houses and see, what that could be. But the South Node, it's wanting to be spiritual. But when you got Pluto retrograde in Aquarius, it's going to reveal some of the secrets, some of the hidden things in, science and math and innovation, and really making us realize, like, we've got to unite and really be the power to the people. That whole Sonia Massey case is disgusting, especially because it's looking like, it was a setup, okay? And it's really bad. I don't know how much the media is talking about it, but the officer's girlfriend worked in the hospital, so and then we don't know about her father, may have been the chief of police, so there's just there's no excuses, and I get it. We all love police that are honorable and protect and serve, but we got to call a spade, and evil is evil, okay? And that was pure evil and disgusting, and it happens all the time. you know um, there is a lack of value of you know African descent people's lives in this country, and there always has been. And until we heal the original sin of slavery, this country will never thrive to its maximum potential and heal for all people. So don't fall in any illusions because we've had a black president or whatever. But just be mindful, Obama and Harris, neither one of them are indigenous to this land, meaning Moors or, African, quote unquote, black or African American people who were involved in a triangle trade, slave trade. So that's, in my view, that's intentional too. You may not even be aware of that or think of it, but trust me, you don't see Eric Taylor president, okay? These are foreign folks. It's a difference, big difference. And also big difference in the symbolism. It's very intentional, all right? So Pluto, 0 degrees, retrograde. The Saturn is moving along, and so is the Neptune. Now, this Neptune at the 29th anaretic degree, it's going to be like that for, a while. I think it's a total of almost 2 years, like a year and 10 or 11 months, or maybe a little over 2 years. But what you have to really understand is that it is really, with it being retrograde now until December 7th, it's kind of revealing to you some of the lies and deceptions through the chemicals, the pharmaceuticals, the film, the photography, the television. So just pay attention, all right? You have to have spiritual discernment. So this is why you should be doing your spiritual practices 15 to 30 minutes a day. Everything that you've been taught in this program, this simulated matrix, is really a lie. And I know that can be hard for many people. Even if you're into spirituality and astrology, you may not be ready to accept that and to understand that. But it's the reality. You are a grown man or grown woman, whether you're watching me in your 20s or in your 60s or 70s. You got to have spiritual discernment and start to really understand and why we've been lied to. I mean, I can't get into everything, but it's really, really bad, and it's not an accident. So this Taurus moon and Uranus is sextiling Neptune. That's really nice spiritually. The Chiron at the Aquarius degree, 23 degrees, retrograde, um, and this North Node in Aries. Listen to January 11, 2025, Aries North Node. Take advantage of it. Initiate. Be brave and courageous. We can heal ourselves. We need to be responsible and self-reliant. All right. So let's get to Tuesday. Monday should be good, but take the time today, Taurus moon, to be, in your senses. It's a sensory day. Smells, breath work, touch, taste, feeling, and really be open to that sixth sense. All right. So let's get to Tuesday, the day of Mars, where we're going to exercise and lift our weights. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday is the best day. You've heard me say it, but I say it in case this is the first time ever watching BigEAstrology with the Astro-Weather report. I've got to give you the knowledge, because knowledge is love. All right. Oh, and the Leo sun is in a trine to the Aries North Node. And this is really a boost. Create, exist, be the regal king and queen, and vibrate from your heart. Okay, you've got the momentum and the fuel behind you, and it's about moving. Okay, remember hot girl summer? Well, hot guy summer too. All right, fellas, take care of yourselves. All right, put some lotion on your body. You get some grooming, all that stuff. I'm doing some grooming tomorrow to retwist my locks. All right, Eric Taylor, BigEAstrology. Let's get to Tuesday, July 30th. All right. I just finished my lemon water. Thank God for my wife. She's the best. Make sure you watch us this Friday night. Probably be a little bit later. Maybe it's either going to be 9 or 10 p.m. Eastern, but we are going to celebrate and even look at the chart of our second wedding. And it's the 16-year anniversary of our second wedding in New York City in my home on 95th Street, August 2nd. Right? 2008. It was, and our wedding video, oh my God, I wish I could show that. Our wedding video is freaking awesome. It was amazing. Yeah, God is so good. Yeah, I love my wife. And I told you we did, you'll see the podcast this week, Tuesday, Tammy Tuesday, and late Thursday or Friday, Geliana Akan. She is a soul contract practitioner and an amazing woman, and she's a Gemini too. I've been having a lot of Gemini guests on lately. She did my soul contract reading, Alana and I, and she said that she had really never seen a relationship couple have so many soulmate and best friend connections. And that's how we feel. But it's really, to have it confirmed in your soul contract reading and in the birth chart, it's wild. So we'll be celebrating our love and marriage, then. So we're looking at Tuesday, Mars, 12 noon, 9 a.m. Eastern. 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon Eastern, sorry. And yeah, the moon. So now the moon is joining the party with the Mars and Jupiter. Okay, so it's in the conjunction of both. This moon, at 10? So it's going to finish up around 16 and 17 degrees. And, we're dealing with this Gemini moon where it's really about the communications. And when the moon is conjunct Jupiter, it's really beneficial. And this can be benefits to your skills, your communications, how you connect with other people, your knowledge, but also speaking your truth, and sharing your wisdom, beliefs, and philosophies in a beneficial, positive way. So this is a nice little Gemini stellium. So really take advantage of that Tuesday. Okay. And this Uranus is, getting closer and closer to 27 degrees. All right. And it's already, out of the lunar mansion of the moon and into Mars. Okay. So that's a whole different energy because you were coming off the sun, moon, and then Mars in the lunar mansion from the Taurus. All right. So you know about the North Node; it's still rocking there. Um, Now the Leo Sun, right? Today's the exact trine. Uh, it's almost. Huh? It's not at 8 degrees yet. That's weird. Let's see. Well, so I think a little bit later, but it will be at 8 degrees. And, Mercury is really slowing down, getting ready to go retrograde. The Lilith, right? True Black Moon Lilith is still dancing in Virgo. All right. So your communication, analytical, logical mind is going to feel very intuitive in the downloads and information you get in your root chakra. So trust your intuition. Monday, Tuesday is really a day to connect your brain with your gut, right? And focus on that gut health, right? This is a good time to get the H3O, the fruits, and really focus on pre and probiotics, taking care of your gut health, which really literally affects your brain. The gut is your second brain. So you want to be present and mindful and really tap in. That Virgo energy is extremely intuitive when we're dealing with Mercury and Lilith. I know I have it. Um, I would definitely, Ceres, Goddess of Harvest, still staying in Capricorn. Hopefully you're watching my series and Part of Fortune. I just did Part of Fortune in the fourth house and Ceres in Libra. I'll be probably doing Ceres in Aries or something soon this week, maybe Taurus, and Part of Fortune in the fifth house as well. All right, so we'll be moving along. Thanks for watching and being patient. Someone said, "Oh, can you do them all at once?" Like, nah, I don't like those videos are just marathons and too long. So I'd like to separate it and break it out so people can specifically look for their own house, for what they're looking for, Part of Fortune. And I will do series through the houses as well after I do all the signs. So definitely having Mars and the moon sextile the sun. This is definitely about moving the body and communicating, but really expressing yourself through your skills and talents from your heart. Be creative, okay? And, having this moon in Gemini, it will square and is coming off the square to Lilith and Mercury, but it will also get to squaring Saturn and Neptune. But, you'll see that more on Wednesday and Wednesday night. So enjoy Tuesday. It's a good time to exercise. Mars, assert your will in a healthy way. But, this can bring some arguments about beliefs and philosophies and about the people. The Gemini moon in a mundane chart is representing the emotional communication, response, health, body of the citizens, right? And it being conjunct Jupiter and in between and the stellium of Mars and Jupiter, this is where people are going to really be like, come on, we've got to have a ceasefire. We got to have reparations. We got to have truth and see about what's going on. And it's disgusting that the Summer Olympics opening ceremonies, people are like, oh, why do you make such a big deal? It was just inappropriate. It's the Olympics, and there was so much stuff and symbolism in there to kind of be against God and Christianity, and just it's hard, I think sometimes us being open-minded, we are accepting of just anything, and sometimes things are pushed too far for an agenda that's not necessary or needed. And so you just have to kind of open up and be honest. Is this necessary? Do Olympics, children watch the Olympics. Is this necessary? Okay. So just, have discerning eyes, because you'd be like, oh, Eric, that wasn't that bad. Well, really, really pay attention. In the grand scheme, it doesn't matter, but it really does. Because when you have so many eyes, It's about energy harvesting and trying to influence the masses on a mass scale with negative imagery and negative everything. It's just not cool, so I'm not going to get into all the things. You can look at it, but it's just not cool. And so also you have the sextile of the south node and the sun. So just remember, you really want healthy, balanced relationships. And Leo is regal, so be generous and the high vibration of the Leo sun. All right, let's get to Mercury, July 31st. Wake up Wednesday, the day of Mercury. Later Tuesday, Astro-Weather week, BigEAstrology. Pew. All right, Wednesday, July 31st. Wow, did July go fast for you? Man, 2 coffee talks, ton of chart readings, ton of great podcast episodes. And make sure on Tuesday you go watch episode 230 with Tammy Fellows. Such a great episode. She's an amazing spiritual life coach. She's got the Tammy Tuesday podcast, a mother of 4 sons, an entrepreneur, and she's creating a new space, Creator Studios, to facilitate spiritual things, people doing voiceovers, doing video, doing podcasts. I mean, it's going to be a beautiful place here in Scottsdale, Arizona. So God bless her for doing that, her and her husband. This will be at 9 degrees, the Leo sun. So on Thursday, August 1st, is when we will enter the Leo Sag Deacon. Okay, and these are the Leos that they've got to move and travel. And these Leos are a little bit more flexible and adaptable, the Leo Sag Deacon, right? Because the Sag has got the mutable energy behind it. Okay, it's still got the lunar mansion of the South Node behind it. And the Gemini moon, look at that, Lucy, right? Remember I told you it finished up around 17 degrees? Well, now it's at 23 at 12 noon, 9 a.m. Pacific. Okay, and this is on Wednesday, Mercury. So that's good that the moon is in a Mercury sign of Gemini for Wednesday, because this is about breathing, emails, text, communications, moving, traveling. Tuesday and Wednesday, you might be moving around a lot in the local community, running your errands. Wednesday, breath work your lungs. Good day for breathing, jump rope, things like that, exercise, going for walks. It's good to walk 30 minutes every day, men or women. It's really good. You don't have to kill yourself with all the running and stuff like that. That's good for the heart and stuff as well. But exercise is always important, all right? And remember, especially as you get older, I would say over 45, you should be squatting at least 2 to 3 days a week. I try to do squats like 5-6 days a week. But it's important to do squatting, and you don't have to do heavy weights, but do the repetitions, but definitely squat, keep those legs strong, prevent falling and things like that. Remember, Mercury does hands, shoulders. We're also dealing with the ears and the lungs. So, got to watch out for the weather and, make sure you're breathing properly and things like that as well. We're getting closer to the 8-8 portal, and it's going to be a super time to manifest. I did a coffee talk on it. I'll talk about it more as we get closer as well. But Wednesday, definitely still feeling the fuel of the, Leo trine, the North Node. Venus is dancing, moving along. And Mercury got to the 3rd degree. So maybe, and I was saying last week, I wasn't sure, but maybe at best it'll get to the 4th or 5th degree. We'll just see. But it is definitely slowing down because it's going retrograde on August 4th, okay? And I'll be doing my Leo new moon video probably today, okay? So look out for that today, tonight, or tomorrow as well, okay? The Leo new moon video. Probably do that today. So, Saturn, still at the 18th degree. One thing that you want to pay attention to, the Uranus gets closer to this. Uranus-Neptune sextile is really in this, to really ascend spiritually, you have to honor the physical body in this 3D realm So that's grounding to Gaia, Mother Earth, and nature. And you can spiritually ascend through that, right? And also, make sure when the moon is in Gemini sun signs, you should be doing some intermittent fasting Tuesday and Wednesday, okay? Juicing, purging. I'm going to have an amazing guest on soon. I mean, August, I got some listen, July was amazing, but August, I've got some powerhouse people, a former nun, okay, who's a Reiki master, Kimberly, she's part of the IAMS community, one of the head people for the Near Death Experience Association or organization, International Near Death Experience Organization. I just cannot wait. And, a medical intuitive, Sherry Anshara, who had survived five near-death experiences. She's 81 years old and seems like she's like in her 50s. She's brilliant. And I'm actually going to do some spiritual work with her myself, okay? So, that's Wednesday. And and I'll be on some more podcasts as well coming up too. And I've got, oh my God, from Journey to the New Earth podcast, Kimberly Montgomery, I'm recording tomorrow. So, that should be coming out early next week, probably on Tuesday next week. Okay. So I'm just super blessed and excited and just filled with gratitude to share. And I hope you guys, I know you guys love the lives, but I hope you're watching the podcast. Knowledge is Love is expanding and growing with amazing guests. So do not miss it. And so the Gemini moon, right? It's going to finish up, and you see it's going to square. So it'll finish up at 29 degrees and 0 degrees on the West Coast, 29 on the East Coast. Okay, so we'll get into that Cancer moon for Thursday. And you're going to feel it squaring, it's coming off the square to Saturn, but squaring Neptune. So pay attention to that Wednesday night where, you could literally feel like you're going, and that's what's happening with the X-class and M-class solar flares, that you're time shifting, dimension hopping, dizzy, in and out of your home, in and out of your car. You can feel like you're entering two different worlds, different timelines. There's so much happening and people are really unaware, but we're having the pole shift. We're having things with the sun. I mean, it's not just spiritual woohoo stuff. This is science, and Gaia Mother Earth is literally going through such an upgrade right now. So we've got to set the intention from our heart chakra to be a positive part of this transformation and really collective healing. The darkness is going to be rooted out. That's why it's acting so wild and crazy now. Okay? Love, that's the frequency. Right? Was it 538? And then we want the music on the 432, not the 440. Yeah, you gotta be intentional and don't listen. Listen, you're gonna start to get disgusted by, things like the intro of the Summer Olympics when you raise your vibration, negative lyrics and music. You're not gonna want to hear the, ignorant lyrics and the trap music or the, some of the rap, or even in the sex and materialism and the darkness and the pop or rock and roll. One is not worse than the other. They're really in a lot of ways all bad. Okay, so just have that spiritual discernment, and that moon sextiling Venus can be nice for friends, relationships, and being social on Wednesday. All right, so enjoy your July 31st. Mars is getting closer to Jupiter. And it can get very, and Jupiter moved to the 14th degree. So it can get very preachy, and you're going to see Jupiter getting closer. You can start to feel it squaring Saturn. And we'll talk about that more as this year goes on. You're going to feel it more so come September and October, but it's definitely a thing. The Jupiter-Saturn square is, about our beliefs and our communication of our beliefs and philosophies, and seeing where are we restricting ourselves, or where are we being restricted, the communications and the boundaries, agreeing to disagree, but also where can we expand and find common ground to expand and grow as we teach and preach and share and communicate. And sometimes not wanting to say something, it's not benefiting you or the other person. Sometimes we are here to trigger one another for our soul to evolve. And we've got to do the shadow work. We've got to heal our inner child. This is the time. It's not a game. You've seen the world change since 2012. You've seen it change since 2020. You see how 24 has been, universal 8-year dragon year. People, please pay attention. The alarm bells are ringing. You've got to do the spiritual work and vibrate from love. Forgive anyone and everyone. Forgive the 3rd, 4th grade teacher. I forgive 4th grade when they lied on me and said I wrote in a desk at Fieldston Private School about my teacher, and I got blamed for it because I was the black kid. And they asked me to leave the school. Same school that could have had me in an Ivy League school. Princeton, Harvard, Brown, Yale, Cornell, Columbia. That's the track that I was on before I was forced out of Fieldston Private School. It's okay. It's good, because I learned a lot in public school, and it was a different experience. But I was wrongly accused of something, and it wasn't cool. People lied on me and assumed that I was guilty. And I was the sweetest, most innocent kid. I would never, my mother was a teacher, I would never write curse words about a teacher. And my 4th grade teacher, I loved her. But this is what happens, okay? So let's get to Thursday, August 1st, Astro-Weather Week. Eric Taylor, BigEAstrology. Pew. Thursday, try it Thursday. Another day for the hips and thighs and those replies from your eyes. Taking the class, take off the mask. Lyrically outlast, of course I'm going blast and spit the truth. Yeah, chipped my tooth on the day Ronald Reagan was inaugurated, so I knew he was going to be a bad president. But anywho, we're Thursday, we're looking at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. Want to go a little later in the day, and we're seeing the Leo sun, okay? And it's going to be before the day is out at the 10 degree. Okay, so what we're seeing is the Leo Sag Deacon this day, and the moon, as I told you, in Cancer. So the Cancer moon, 12 at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, is at 8 degrees. So it's going to finish up at around 13 on the East Coast, 14 on the West Coast. So you're going to have the Cancer moon Thursday, Friday, and a little bit of Saturday. So it's a Cancer Leo moon weekend, okay? And that Leo moon full new moon will be on, I guess it's Sunday. Yeah, Sunday, August 4th, okay? So we will rock with that. And if this is Thursday before, so I guess that's going to be at around 14 degrees, okay? So definitely enjoy Thursday. When the moon's at home in Cancer, we're in our feelings and sensitive, focused on the nostalgia of the family, right? It's squaring the nodes. So what this is showing, right, is a cardinal T-square with the Aries North Node and Libra South Node. So there can definitely be some things with your emotional mind, your family, your mom, that seem kind of karmic or fated, just like a catching up with an old family relative, healing some family stuff, seeing a cousin, an aunt, so just pay attention to your Cancer, Aries, Libra energy. Mars, right, 6 degrees away, getting closer to the conjunction to Jupiter. You see the Uranus, and the nodes are still at 8 degrees, okay, Aries, Libra. So let's check out the Lilith, because you want to understand and see how this Lilith is starting to move forward, right? So it's getting closer to opposing the Neptune, and in between the Neptune and the Saturn, all right? And we still have the Mercury still staying at the 3 degrees. right? Along with Juno and Virgo. So Juno will be headed to Libra shortly, okay? Does that mean you won't love Eric anymore? Juno, it's like the asteroid for long-term relationships, commitment, and marriage, and Virgo for Virgo sun, moon, risings. I am the Virgo sun, Mercury, and Mars. And just so you know, that was my father's vision. My father wanted me to be the first black president. And if my father wasn't murdered, there's a good chance that I could have been, okay? But that's okay. I think for me as a true speaker, I probably could not be the president because I would not, I wouldn't lie to the people. And so then I'd be like JFK or Malcolm X, right? They would, probably try to take your boy out. And I'm trying to be here for 3 digits. So, politics is not the game that you think it is. All right. So, Thursday, and we got to remember, we also are dealing with this Cancer, and the moon will trine. There's not really much in Scorpio, but it is going to trine. Well, yeah, it's coming off the trine to Haumea in Scorpio, and then Pallas Athena. But really, it will trine Saturn, okay? And that's going to be on Friday. And then on Saturday, the Neptune. So definitely there could be some real nurturing and caring through your compassion and empathy for family, your home. Focus on the safety and security of your family, your loved ones. But let's focus on our heart chakra and spiritual discipline. The more you do that, the more your soul grows and evolves to its destined path. You see the Venus moving along in Leo. This is that hot girl summer. Get out there, Thursday, the weekend, the beach, the bikinis. I see you. Oh, man. And you better come to Coffee Talk talking about the Venus love language. Don't forget, Venus is the seed of life. Venus is actually sperm. It is your love language. It's your fashion, your art, your culture, your beauty, your relationships. It can be a wife in a husband's chart. It can be a wife in a same-sex couple's chart. Okay? Venus is powerful. And it's also the vehicles, right? So people are wanting the red and orange and yellow vehicles right now, especially them sports cars, the Ferrari, the Bugatti. I mean, where I live, man, you see Bentleys, Rolls Royces, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Bugattis, all the time. Like, it's crazy. But I don't have that wealth yet. But the universe is sending me all that I need and all that my heart desires. So enjoy Thursday, move the hips and thighs, go hiking, walking, speak and communicate your truth, right? The day of Thursday is Jupiter, and Jupiter is in Gemini. So don't just be curious and do a little dibble dabble, expand it and go deeper, okay? And the sun will start to also get closer to sextiling, still sextiling Mars, but it's going to sextile Jupiter as well. So don't forget the nodes. So this Cancer moon, like I said, will finish up at about 13 and then 14 degrees. All right, so we'll see you Friday morning with the Astro-Weather. Enjoy the Astro-Weather week. Eric Taylor, BigEAstrology, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer moon. I was born in September, but I was ready in June, eager to patrol with my shining soul, and I plan to be the glue to the globe. Eric is in the middle of America, the middle of the country. Eric. Yeah. All right, that's the cover of my first album. All right, Ooh, I'm gonna upload some music so y'all can hear some more E-complete stuff. All right, Eric Taylor, BigEAstrology. Enjoy the Astro-Weather week. Pew. That's it. Monday, July 29th, Tuesday, July 30th, Wednesday, July 31st, Thursday, August 1st, the Astro-Weather. Keep it clever. Never say never. We're dealing with the Taurus, Gemini, Cancer moon. Busy week. Monday through Thursday, and we get to August 1st. Okay, and then we get into the coffee talks, the 16th and the 24th. Leos, hit me up, BigEAstrology@gmail.com. You can also go to the website, sign up for the newsletter, BigEAstrology.com, book all my services. You want to pay for coffee talks, Leo birth chart sale, or the Black Moon Lilith Chiron audio chart reading for $71. Email me directly at BigEAstrology. See it back there at gmail.com. All right, I love you guys. Have a great Astro-Weather week. I gotta get to some clients. All right, BigEAstrology, and check out the podcast this week, 2:30, 2:31, and 2:32 Friday night. But we got Tammy Tuesday, we have Galliana Aiken, and then we have Eric and Alana Taylor celebrating 16 years of marriage live on a Friday date night. It lines up perfectly. There are no accidents. August 2nd, the 16-year anniversary of my second wedding with my family and friends in New York City in my home. And it was beautiful. And it rained, and then the whole wedding celebration, the sun came out. It just rained during the ceremony, but it was like power. I mean, you talk about a symbol. God consecrated it with lightning. It was beautiful. All right. And obviously the water nurtures and brings life. And yeah, we had 3 kids together. Got 4 sons total. Virgo, Gemini, Leos. All right. Eric Taylor, BigEAstrology. Astro-Weather week. I love you. Be safe, be smart, be careful. And remember, knowledge is love. And please, it's your job to do this. The best thing I want for all of you is to retire from negative self-talk. That is no longer your job. Eric Taylor, Astro-Weather. Peace.